Hello everyone, how's it going? How you're doing today? Hopefully you're good and well. Welcome to another day, another live stream from yours truly, Cliff Creates, or Cliff, from Auckland, New Zealand. Just going to grab a seat over here. Welcome one and all. It's a bit windy today. Maybe I should hold the gear. Could topple over. That has happened. If you're new to my live stream, I am Cliff from Auckland. I live stream here from my big little city of Auckland. I am multi-streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, and my streams are mostly about day in the life, what's it like to live here in Auckland. I do some photography, and when I take a photo, those usually pop up on stream for you, and we chat a lot about IRL. I do recommend you go check out my YouTube, where I got a whole bunch of videos where I've discussed my journey in IRL, what gear I'm using. It has evolved over time from one thing to the other, and at least for now I've been using a phone, mobile phone. I have used a Bella box, if you're familiar with all this stuff, and there's some new things I'm going to be sharing with you as well. In fact, I'm going to be doing an unboxing shortly where I show you something that's been sent to me. I think it'll be really cool. It comes in two parts. I've got one part of the equipment. I'm just waiting for the second part, and then we'll do a unboxing then. But just stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Let's see. So I think our audio and everything's all right. Today's topic, I'll put it down as let me just get the proper title. It could change later on. Rumoured DJi Mic Mini. DJi have an event coming up on the 26th. So currently the date is, what is today's date? I'm sure you guys can see it somewhere. It is the 22nd. So in a couple of days time, they've got their event, and it is rumoured to be the release of a new microphone from DJi. So they've got the DJi Mic 2, and they've got what is rumoured to be the DJi Mic Mini. I've seen some of the rumoured specs and things, what it looks like, and interesting. Yeah, it's great to see these companies like DJI and Rode and whoever else coming out with a sort of small microphone, small form factor, ultra compact kit. But are they good for IRL? That's the question. Because our needs are a little bit specific. We need something that lasts a long time. 10 hours plus would be great. 2 transmitters, awesome, or at least to have the option of that. Charging case, pass-through charging, very important. Good noise reduction, limiter, yeah, just these few small things that we'd like to have. No one has come out with something that has everything yet. So the mic that I'm using at the moment is this one. This is the Hollyland Lark M2, great mic. That's my favorite mic out of all the ones that I've tried so far. Now I've got the Lenzi J12, I'll put that as a second. Awesome value. They came out with the first truly IRL friendly microphone, and I've got a video on it on my YouTube channel where I praise it and what it can do for IRL. So that's the direction I'm wanting these companies to go towards. But there's something that these guys did, Hollyland, that I'm a real big fan of. That's making the microphone magnetic. So you can pull the microphone off like this, talk into the microphone, and then pop it back onto whatever you're wearing. So you can have a clip, like most of them have. You got a little clip that fastens to your shirt, etc. They got a little magnetic adapter, so you can put one magnet behind your your t-shirt or top, and then you can attach it to the magnet like so. But this, I think this is a much better system, where it's fully magnetic, and then you can just attach it onto whatever you want to fasten it to. So we've got the clip that this one comes with, we've got the necklace thing that I'm a really big fan of, they've got, what else have they got? Clip, that, little magnet so you can do the under the t-shirt thing. So I think that is the direction that these guys should all be going in towards. And especially this sort of design, the necklace thing, I didn't realize how much I'd like it. But yeah, this is my favorite out of all the different types of ways you can fasten a transmitter to yourself. Just because you can do that, you know. So if I'm talking in a place like now, you might be able to hear the wind. I've got the windshield on there, and you know, I can just pop the microphone off, and then if I need to speak to the microphone a lot closer, let's say if there's a lot of background noise, then I can do this and do it quite easily. I don't have to sort of fuss around with unclipping the transmitter from my top and stuff and then trying to realign it back on. So I can just speak into the mic like this. It's not really comfortable doing it this way, but it's something. You know, I'm grabbing onto the material, you know, the furry material of the mic in order to hold it like this. But then, you know, I can just pop it back on like so. So that sort of transition is nice, fast, quick, which is what you need for IRL. Okay, I'm just going to go back to my app, IRL Link, on my other phone, just to check the audio. Because of the wind, we got quite a lot of it today. Yeah, I've got my back to the wind, so it's going to help shield any wind noise, whereas if I was to face the other way, we'd get a lot of wind into the microphone. So this is much better, I think. Another lesson that I learned from using the microphone in this way is to have the microphone lower enough so that your chin doesn't touch the top of the transmitter. So I have to do a little check like this, make sure my chin isn't rubbing against it, because it can cause like a little scratchy noise from the chin, you know. Should we go back to the Mic Mini? Okay, so the form factor, I really like the form factor that I've seen of the Rumoured specs. In fact, let's see, I want to do a screen share so I can have a look at the DJi website, because they do have at least the teaser on there. And what you can see in the teaser on the DJi website does look like the leaked photos. Leaked, I say leaked because maybe they were actually purposely leaked by the company. You never know with these sort of things. Okay, let's try this. We'll sit over here. Okay, I'm facing the wind now. Guess that's a good test of the windshield and how well that blocks against the wind. I'll pop you guys over here. Hopefully going to be okay, and that the gear's not going to pop over. I think I need to make it a little bit smaller. Let's hope this is not going to go flying. It does look a bit wobbly though. Okay, I think we're okay there. I'll grab the other phone. In fact, I should pop you guys on the charge. Ah boy, I should have bought the bigger feet. Yeah, it's a good thing that this gear is on a pretty soft looking bench thing. I'll show you. Yeah, so it just fell over onto that. We're okay. I'll try and get this to work. One moment, folks. Oh, actually, I better get the page ready, so I have that open. Lots of Black Friday sales on today, so make sure you get out there, see what what's available. Also, just because there are sales on, doesn't necessarily mean you have to spend your money, you know. Because I've been having a look at all this stuff. And I said, ooh, I'd like to buy that, but it's not actually on sale. So that's the kind of the trap. You know, you get so hyped up because all these sales and things are on, but then what you want isn't really there. So you got to try and resist the temptation to press that buy now button. Okay, close out of that. Resist, you can do it. I believe in you. Okay, so we're going to set up the screen share. One moment folks. Screen share is almost there. Start broadcast, and okay, then just going to tap a button on my Stream Deck, and let's see if that's showing for you guys. It is. Ooh. Okay, I need to get rid of this. Okay, that's the event that's coming up on the 26th. Carry less, capture more from DJi, as shown on their website there. Now I'm going to plug you guys in, and I think I need to grab the gimbal because it looks like it's going to topple over any second now. And I'm also going to pop you guys on charge because we're seated, we're not moving around. This is a good time to charge up your phones and stuff. We're on 86%. Got our magnetic adapter thing here. And just going to plug that in. Audio might cut out. I think it does that when I'm using IRL Pro and the S23 Ultra. I believe it doesn't cut out when I'm using the iPhone, so I need to test that a little bit more. Okay, so plug that in. And just plug in the iPhone. So they've, just based on that little picture you can see, I believe that transmitter. That's the shape that they're going with on the DJi Mic Mini. So it's kind of like a square shape. I quite like that. There's one critique that people have had of this one, the Holiday like him too, which is kind of the king right now. That's what everyone is trying to beat, this microphone. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, so one critique people have had of this one is the shape. It's circular, so when you have the windshield on like I do now, you don't know which way is up because the microphone part of the transmitter is just in one direction, and you can spin it around depending on where you have your microphone placed. So it's kind of an advantage. It's a good thing. So if I have it on here, on this top, rather than pointing straight up or over here, I can turn it counterclockwise, clockwise, so that it's pointed towards my mouth if it was over here. And then likewise, maybe if you have it low down or off to the side, maybe it's attached on over here instead of right under me, then you can rotate the microphone part of the transmitter so it's faced towards your mouth. So that's a good thing with this mic, is that you can spin it around based on this design of this one. But also it could possibly be pointed upside down or whatever, and then it's not pick up your voice at all, especially when you got this thing on where you can't see which way it's faced. And you can kind of feel, because it has a sort of light bulb shape, so you can kind of get a feel for where the transmitter is, or if you just remember when you're attaching it to point in one direction and then just kind of memorize, okay, so I think it's here, so if I pop it back here, that should be pointed in the correct direction and stuff. So that's the kind of things you have to learn. But this shape, I like it. I think it's, you know, at least it could help you to know which way it could be facing. Based on the leaked photos I've seen, it does have a clip on the back of it, which is what most transmitters have, not the clip. And you know, at least that way there's no way you can get it facing the wrong way. So when you clip it on, you know, the microphone is definitely in one spot of that transmitter. So there's the advantage of that, but then I don't know. I like just how small this is without the clip on the back of it. Yeah, it's just like a pebble shape, and then you can have the clip separately. How's our composition? I think we're better now. Just checking our composition there. Well, I think we're okay. Maybe this way? No. Maybe that way. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, one critique, if the leaked photos are correct, is the receiver. If the receiver is exactly the same as the leaked photos, that's a little disappointing because it looks huge. It looks about as big as the Mic 2 receiver, maybe a little smaller, but yeah, you got this huge thing attached to the side of your phone, which might throw off a gimbal if you have it attached to that. I guess we should save our opinions, our thoughts on it until we've actually seen it. So next week we'll probably revisit this topic with the actual device, what the transmitters look like, and the receiver as well. But I'm a little worried about the receiver. Yeah, it looks big. Because if you've seen the receiver of the Holiday Lark 2, it's just tiny. I feel pretty comfortable with it on the side of my phone. It doesn't throw off the weight at all when I've got my phone on a gimbal like it is now. In fact, let's take a photo. Let's try this. Wait a moment. Oh, that's right. Preview just paused. I'm just going to go into this app, and I want to upload a photo. So I'm using my phone to do the photo thing that I do. Okay, so this should work. This is the setup that I've been using for a little while. Actually, I'll add in the battery pack. Okay, so we're going to smile. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cheese, cheese. Terrible smile, terrible smile. Retake, retake. Okay. Okay, next photo. Yep, another one. That one won't do, that one won't do. Okay, that'll do, that'll be fine. Okay, so the gear that I'm using, that should be in the YouTube live description if you did want to check that out. But I'll go through it. We've got the Samsung S23 Ultra as our main streaming phone. We've got the Holiday Lark M2 receiver, which is USB-C plugged into the Samsung. We've got the Hohem iSteady V3 as our tripod or gimbal, and then that is attached via a magnetic cable plugged into my battery bank, which is a 10,000 milliampere battery bank, and it provides fast charging for Samsung devices. It has 3 ports in it, USB-C and 2 USB-A. So it's been a good battery bank. here's our gear. In fact, I did get asked about uploading a video with the gear that I'm currently using. I will do that. I think that was Quifric asked if I could do that, because I've done this in my live streams, but I do need to have an updated gear photo as a video on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that is coming. I wrote down all those notes. When you ask me things on my YouTube channel, whether it's a comment or in the community post, I do take note of them and I will get to them. It does take me a while to get to these videos, but I do eventually. But yeah, I think there's a lot of potential with that, but we'll see after the 26th. I'm going to be going through the specs and everything when it's released. I'm hoping it can do 10 plus hours of battery, because that's what this one can do, and it's probably about the same size or maybe smaller. I would love it if they had a limiter in it. No one has done that. I think Rode are the closest with their what do they call it, their gain assist technology, where it'll raise or lower the volume based on, you know, the microphone, what it picks up, and it's got 3 levels of being able to do that. So it would be great if they had something similar. I don't think they do with the Mic 2, but it would be an app thing, I suppose. But it would be awesome if they did. Noise reduction, most of them aren't great with their noise reduction, but I'm hoping someone could really come out with a solid noise reduction that doesn't really affect your vocals too much. So if they could make some improvements on their tech or whatever for that, that would be great. Battery life, small form factor, minimalist logos on it, please. So it's not blasting eyeballs out, you know, when the transmitter is attached to you. Always do what I've mentioned in a couple of live streams, and that's where you have an alternating matte and a shiny finish. So that looks really nice. They should be going for that approach. You can still see the logo, and just that contrast between the shiny and the matte finish, it looks really nice when I've seen it on various things. So people, yeah, the companies need to do that more, I reckon. Let's see, battery life, distance, hopefully they can do over 100 meters. 200 meters is what I believe this one can do. And when I used this at a recent convention, it performed really well, even though there are thousands of people around me with their phones and Bluetooth devices, you name it. So this performed much better than the Ulanzi did when I was there a few months earlier, and there was, you know, nowhere near as many people. Yes, so the Ulanzi J12 wireless microphone set, their one can do up to 20 meters. So as long as you're a line of sight, not as many people around, then you're okay with those. But as soon as you get into an environment where you're like a convention or whatever, lots of other people, lots of other things around you, wireless signals everywhere, then the Ulanzis can struggle in that kind of environment. Just because that shorter distance. Whereas, yeah, this one, no problem. Maybe there are a couple of glitches here and there, but for the most part, it performed well, no matter where I was in that whole convention center for Armageddon Expo. Let's see, so distance, limiter, design, so keep, you know, be low-key with the logos, please. Pass-through charging, so let's hope it has that. It's really important. I've talked about pass-through charging in the past. I think companies who don't include it probably think, you know what, if you want to keep your phone charged, you can use the wireless charging on the phone. So let's say all the newer iPhones, they've got the MagSafe on the back of the phone, so you could charge your phone that way. But that also causes heat, and because live streamers, you know, we're live streaming for a long period of time usually, like my streams can be 2-4 hours, other live streams can be 10, 12 or longer hours. You know, one thing we have to worry about or think about is heating, or your phone overheating. and just through that MagSafe thing, that can cause unnecessary overheating of your phone, just that little extra heat, you know, because it's charging through that other way. Also, if you want to use a gimbal like I am, there's no way to use MagSafe with that. You know, most gimbals don't support the MagSafe thing, so you know you're kind of out of luck on that part too. So you'd have to use a tripod, a phone holder, whatever that has MagSafe. It has to have this. Whereas if you just go with the approach that Ulanzi J12 has, and also the HoloLens Lark 2, small receiver, plugs into the side of the phone with USB pass-through charging, then you can have your good audio continuously and also keep your phone charged. So that is kind of like a must, I believe, for IRL live streaming. You need to have that small receiver, pass-through charging, good audio, all those combination of things. And the closest so far have been Ulanzi J12. I think they set the stage. They said, hey guys, look at us, look what we're doing. This is ultra compact. Try and beat us on this one. And then we've got the HoloLens Lark M2, which kind of blew everyone away. Price is a lot more, but I think the quality of the device and everything is also up there as well. So I've been really pleased with this set, especially this necklace thing that we've got and the magnetic idea. What I'd love for them to do, I don't know if it's possible, in the HoloLens Lark M2 app, if they could put a limiter in there, so that adds the limiter functionality to the HoloLens Lark M2, and if they can release a magnetic windshield. So how this one wraps right around the transmitter, if they could have one that kind of fits between the transmitter and the necklace or the clip or whatever, so it's circular, and then it's got a windshield thing that pops over the top of the microphone on the transmitter. I think that would solve a lot of issues for people, because you know, one thing is you can't see if the noise reduction is on or off, or actually if the microphone is working at all. So if you're using an app that doesn't give you the audio levels, like IRL Pro that I'm using right now, I can see that the levels are going up and down. I can tap on the microphone to confirm that the microphone is working. You know, it could be off and you don't know it. One great thing about the HoloLens Lark too is it does have the lights on the receiver. So when I look at the receiver, I see that the transmitter 1 that I'm using, which is this one, it's a blue light, so it is on, it's connected, it's solid blue color on the receiver, and so it's not flashing trying to connect to something, and also noise reduction isn't on. So that's probably a critique I have of the Ulanzi J12, is sometimes you don't know if the noise reduction is on or what level of noise reduction it's set to. You've got to press the button first to know if it's on level 1, 2 or 3 or whatever. And I think a few times when I recorded a video it was on a different level, so my voice didn't sound too good. It was very metallic-y, you know. I was saying, oh wow, the audio didn't sound that good in that recording. And I just assumed maybe it was the quality or something about the microphones wasn't working too good over time, whatever. But I think that's probably the reason, as I was in one of those noise reduction modes affecting the quality of the audio, and I didn't know it. Here, whereas this one, you can see where the noise reduction is on or off, and then you can change that either with the click of the button on the receiver, or you can tap the microphone to change where the noise reduction is on or off. So yeah, there's a couple of things I really like about this setup. Maybe if the blue light on the receiver wasn't facing out, if it was pointed up instead, so you look down, you see, oh yeah, it's blue. So when it's pointed out, it's kind of, you know, other people would see that and go, what is that blue light? What's that blue light on there? When, you know, you're just doing your own thing, talking to your audience, live streaming stuff, you know. Okay, have we talked everything about the possible rumored details and leaks of the DJi Mic Mini? I think so. There wasn't really much that was specs, I mean. Nothing really stated from what what I've seen online, just what it looks like. Yeah, 10 plus hours, limiter, a small receiver like this one, like in that photo that I showed you. I'm hoping that leaked photo as well. So I'll just bring up that previous photo so you can see it again. This is of the Holiday Inn Larking 2 receiver. Yeah, so if you see that, tidy as. I'll take a closer photo. Hello. Oh, gimbal is not happy. Dinging away. Okay, so it's happy now. Hot off the press, new photo. Ooh, I think it might rain. That's not good. Yeah, so just take a look at the receiver on that photo, and then that'll give you an idea of what we're wanting. You know, something small like that, just attaches to the side of the phone. They can do it. It's possible. So look at what Yolansi at Holiday Inn Lark, Holyland have done. You know, they've made small receivers. Now there's kind of like a dial thing that I've seen on one end of the Rumoured DJi Mic Mini receiver. I'm quite curious what that is. I think it might also have a 3.5mm jack in there, which is probably for monitoring your audio in real time. I don't think there would be an input on the receiver. I don't think so. Whereas an input, 3.5mm input, would make more sense on the transmitter. And just based on the Yolansi J12, the Holiday Inn Larking 2, other similar like Rode Micro. I've forgotten what they've called their one. Sorry, Rode. They're my neighbours across the ditch. Let me see. One moment, folks. One moment. Just checking something. We're probably going to do an extra live stream this weekend, just to let you know. So please make sure you're following and you're subscribed on YouTube. You have the notifications turned on so you get their notification. Okay, I got it. Rode Wireless Micro. I was close. Always had it. Yeah, so why did I even bring it up? I was so focused on trying to get the name, I'd forgotten why I even brought it up. But yeah, so we got those microphones, no 3.5mm jack. Yeah, so none of those in the ultra compact form factor have a 3.5mm input for the transmitter, which is fine. IRL live streamers, we don't need it, so we're okay. I've got someone in the chat there. Hello, how's it going? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't think I'll do that. The way that I'm currently doing it is way too complicated. It's not even really working at the moment. There's one part of it that's busted. But we'll see. I need a simpler version of what I'm already doing. But yeah. I'm working on it. So that's not a no. That's a we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Stay tuned. Yeah. So I've had a couple of friends ask me about it. And I say, well, the way that I'm doing it, you actually need a very specific set of conditions. The right kind of setup at home, the right all sorts of stuff. Right camera, right kind of computer. So if you've got a Mac, it won't work. So it's kind of limiting. So I know one friend who asked about it. He has nothing. He has none of those things. So like, sorry. He's on a Mac. He's on his setup. Can't do, can't do the port forwarding thing. So that's a part of it. So there's like at least 5 things you need in order to do the photo sharing thing that I'm doing right now. And I just know it would help only a really small fraction of people. That's not even worth doing. So unless I can do a version of it that everyone can use, then we'll see. That's the thing. Yeah, but hey, thanks for coming in. Thank you for coming in and joining us in the chat. Yeah, so I'm pretty obsessed with yeah, it's a shame. I was asking my friend about it, the Mac owner. So so do you have a PC? Nope. Do you have port forwarding? Nope. What kind of camera do you have? Don't have one. Okay. Do you have this? Can you install this app? Nope. Okay. So there was 5 things he couldn't do that the way that I'm currently doing it depends on. So if you don't have all 5, at least those 5 things, then it's a no. So I want to redo everything. Build a system instead, like products, apps. I'd like to build my own apps. Take what I've seen, what other people have done, and then just build my own version of it. That's what I'd like to do. And maybe if I become a big YouTuber, I am small fish YouTuber right now. Yeah, but if we get up there and we get the ad revenue and all that, whatever stuff coming through, then I could put my funds towards building a whole range of stuff, so that you can, have the time show up on your stream, have a mobile app that's not super complicated, disconnect protection, you name it, all that sort of thing. What happened to my TTS? One moment, folks. Oh, I switched over to a different app. That's why. Necronus, how's it going? Little portable Linux box might do it. Stripped down operating system. Okay. What do you mean? What was I talking about first? So I do tend to go on all these different rants and I lose track of what I was talking about 5 minutes ago. But at least the way that I'm currently doing it, it requires a PC, Windows PC, the photo sharing. So I need to eliminate that part, or at least make it so that you don't need to have a Windows PC. I have an idea. I've got a couple of ideas, but I'm kind of leveraging my time, modular Ricker box. Yeah, okay. Rig box. Okay, mobile streaming setup. Alright, yeah. It's an idea. Think about that. Alright. Thank you. Thank you for the ideas. Yeah, I'm sort of considering all options, all ideas right now. I've got a couple in mind. Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned, folks. Alright, let's see. We're on the topic of the DJi Mic Mini, and anytime you want to jump in and ask me questions, please do. That's all good. And then, just remember to come back around to the the main topic for today, which is that future rumored microphone. And you know, I'm just obsessed about good audio. I think that's probably the one thing that I've struggled with the most when it comes to IRL, is having that good audio. Because I'm pretty happy with the video we get with a phone like I'm using now. But when it comes to the audio is such a tricky thing, because you've got so many different things happening when you're out IRL. You've got like wind right now. You got loud noises that might just come out of nowhere, a car or a bus or whatever. And what I haven't really tested this on is loud music. How well does it perform when it's right, you know, in like a bar or a place with loud music playing? So far, I haven't heard it clip. It can go up to that 115 decibels. Yeah, so maximum sound pressure level, SPL, which I think we discussed last time. The new Rode mic can go up to 135 decibels of that maximum SPL, sound pressure level, which means that it's not going to clip until whatever it's picking up is louder than 135 decibels. This can handle up to 115, and 120 is when you're starting to go deaf. So that's clearly super loud. Most mobile phones that I've read, Googled, you know, they can go between 120 and 130 decibels, which is why most phones do okay in a bar or a nightclub and stuff, or whatever, when you use the inbuilt microphone. Because that's just how they've made them. Whereas the Rode, they impressed me with the micro, and that it could go up to 135 decibels. Doesn't mean that, like, whatever it is will still be loud if you're listening with your headphones or whatever. You know, your ears might blow out, but the audio won't distort. And because when that happens, it's just very unpleasant. So it won't do that up until, you know, it goes over that threshold. So I'm hoping the DJi Mic Mini can do, let's say 120 decibels. So they one up this one, which is 115. So if they can all work on that, to at least avoid that distorted sound that can happen. It's very unpleasant when you do hear it, when the music is too loud. And then from there, they can add in a limiter so that it doesn't sort of clip, or at least a version of auto gain or gain assist technology that the Rode Wireless Me and the Rode Wireless Micro have. So yeah, I think that's it. So we recap those. So small form factor, not loud on the logos and things. Go for that shiny matte finish look. 10 hours of battery life, 2 transmitter option, charging case. Charging case, you can put the windshield on and close the charging case with the windshield on. So that's something that you can't do with the Rode Wireless Micro. Small receiver that plugs into the side of the phone with a USB-C charging port to keep the receiver and the phone charged. A limiter or auto gain assist technology of some kind. The maximum sound pressure level of, let's say, 120 to 130 decibels, higher the better. And noise reduction. Hopefully they can come out with something that's better than what I've heard so far. That's all. Oh yeah, and for the microphones or transmitters to attach magnetically like this one does. So this is great. Yeah, just unplug, speak into the microphone like this. If there's a lot of loud background noise and, you know, happening around you, so when you bring the mic closer to yourself like this, then it sort of yeah, the mic doesn't have to try and hunt for your voice when it's close like this, and then just sort of isolating your voice versus the background much better. Yeah, and then you can just talk like this when the music is playing or whatever is really loud in the background. Then when you're finished or you've walked somewhere else where there is no loud music, then you can just pop it back on, nice, quick and easy like that. And then, you know, if I had the clip, which you don't really need in this situation, that the HoloLens Larkin 2 comes with, then I could just unplug from there and then click it onto the clip instead. But that is my favorite at the moment. this sort of idea. And there's no clip on the back of the transmitter. It is purely, you know, just a middle magnet bit, and then you just bring all the accessories that you want to have with you. So the HoloLens Larkin 2 bundle that I got comes with the necklace thing, which is my favorite out of all of them. It does have a clip, so it can clip onto a shirt or whatever, a collar, which is magnetic, so you just take this off there and pop it onto the magnet. Let's say your friend, you might give them a little clip, so you can take it off you, give it to your friend so they can talk in an interview sort of thing, and then unplug and then pop it back on. Triple microphone! Yes, that's it, exactly. I actually like that the transmitter for this, or the furry windshield for the I can't get English out right now. The furry windshield for the HoloLens Larkin 2 is black, whereas I think the DJi mic ones, they kind of have a black and also grey colour to them. So I would prefer if they just stick to a nice black colour, you know, doesn't stand out. I think that in one set of photos I saw, they had a black version as well, but I think this is much better. I prefer this. And I wish that this necklace was fully black too, but that's okay. Not too bad. Actually, while we're on the topic, I'll just pull out the Mic 2 that I bought a couple of months ago. I've experimented it as just a transmitter only, and the results not great. I'm hoping one day that the technology will be there so that we get nice clean audio. But from a transmitter directly into a phone. But yeah, that is the DJi Mic 2 transmitter only, phantom black. It has that sort of multicolor look, you know, the black and the grey, which I'm not really a fan of. I like how the furry windshield can come off and reattaches, so it plugs into the 3.5mm jack of the transmitter. So that's a good idea, I like that. And it's very clear to see which way is up on this one, whereas on the transmitter for the HoloLens Larkin 2 you can't tell which way is up, because it's a circular dome shape or light bulb shape, I should say. And it has a little magnet bit on the back and a clip, so you can take the magnet off, pop it under your shirt, and then you can attach it to yourself that way. But that's actually pretty cumbersome. Quite freak, how's it going? How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, so with this one, you know, you've got that little magnet, you take it off, try and put it under your shirt and not lose it, and then you just attach it on like so. But if you need to take it off, then you've got to worry about the magnet that's behind your shirt, you might lose it. So that's a concern with this sort of design, which is what I think the new mic will have, that they're going to announce on Monday, I think it is, 26th of November. Yeah, so that's the DJi Mic 2, and they have the Mic Mini rumoured to be announced on the 26th. How's the mic? This mic, what do you think? My preview isn't playing right now. This is the HoloLens Larkin M2. My favourite mic of the mics that I have. I was considering plugging this in, but we've already done those tests and they weren't great, you know. I just wanted to show it since, you know, it is kind of like their latest one for now. Oh no, they haven't announced it yet. Whereas, I bet there are some YouTubers who have been given pre-release models, but they're probably under an NDA. They're not allowed to release a video yet. But come the 26th, yeah, I'm interested to see if the leaks are actual, if that is what the Mini will have. I'm a little worried about the receiver and some of the specs. I would like to know what they are too, like battery life, sound pressure level, if it's got a limit, you know, all those things that I've talked about in the last couple of streams. Yeah, but I'm always intrigued by what the other guys are going to release, because there's always going to be a new one. I want Yolanzi to come out with something. I bet they can. An update to the J12. If it has a limiter, well, I'm thinking it needs a combination of maximum sound pressure level and limiter now, because it's that value, the sound pressure level, which causes the distorting. So when your audio, when you're by a speaker or something and it's too loud, then the audio sort of gets all fuzzy sounding and it clips and it distorts. It's kind of like two things. See, the maximum power, the SPL, that one doesn't distort the audio, but it's still loud. You know, so if you've got headphones on like I do, and you're listening to someone stream, and then suddenly there's just a loud noise, it's going to be, whoa, what was that? It's all going to be loud, but at least the audio won't distort. But a limiter is going to prevent it from being too loud. So if they can add the two things in. So I'm curious about the Rode wireless micro, and that it's got the combination of a auto gain assist, which is kind of like a limiter. You know, adjust the volume into 3 levels. It has that, and it has the maximum sound pressure level of 135 decibels. But limiter is what we definitely want. Take my money. Like M2 has a, yeah, so the first time I saw that advertised was with this microphone. So they had it very proudly stated on their website. And I said, what is this SPF? What is that? Oh, SPL. And that's when I looked into it and I went, oh wow, that's actually what we need for IRL. We need a microphone that won't distort with loud noises. Because it's great to have a, you know, post-processing and everything, like you can reduce the noise when you edit the video later on, that kind of thing. But when you're live, you don't have that. You have to rely on what you've got right now. So all these things, you know, we rely on, we need them for IRL because it's happening now. Yeah, so that SPL, 115 decibels for this one, which is actually it's the highest that I'd seen up until the Rode wireless micro. So I've been asked, why not use a field recorder device meant for high? Then you'd have to carry that around with you. And how do you plug that into your phone if you're using a mobile phone setup like I am? You know, but yeah, a lot of the microphones are coming out with 32-bit float, which is great if you're recording a video, but when you're live streaming, you don't have that. That won't help you. So that's a no-go. That's a bust for us. Yeah, so for us, it's all about what we can do while we're live and what is also small and compact. And so far, I really like what this microphone has. For example, the receiver is really small, just fits on the side of my phone, like you can probably see in that photo. And it's light enough that the gimbal barely notices it. Because it's only a couple of grams. I think it's like 10, 50 grams or something. Yeah, it's tiny. Whereas I'm a little concerned from the leaked photos of the DJi Mic Mini. The receiver looks pretty big, so it might throw off the weight for a gimbal. I'm curious about, it looks like there's a kind of dial thing on one end of it. So what is that? Does that turn up the volume of the headset that you could be plugged into the receiver? Does it have pass-through charging? Does it have a limiter? What is the SPL of the new DJI microphone? So those are the things I'm curious about, and I know one day someone is going to have all of it, right, in an ultra compact form factor like the Holiday Lark M2 or the DJI Mic Mini or the Rode wireless micro, as like version 2, version 3. They're going to have all those things that we're looking for, you know. Well, that's the hope, because the Rode came pretty close to ticking all the boxes. Yeah, I'm curious about that combo, SPL and the auto gain assist features, but they didn't have the USB-C pass-through charging. That's a, yeah, they got me that one. I was like, oh no, How are you supposed to keep your phone charged when you're doing a 4-hour live stream and keep your continuous good audio at the same time without additional adapters and cables and things? You can't. So we'll see what DJi come up with their announcement on the 26th. So pass-through charging, will they have it? I don't know. Not from the leaked photos I saw. Doesn't look like they've got it. I think they've got a 3.5mm jack for audio monitoring. Plug your headset into it. Which is, that's okay. That's all right. But if you had to choose, I would go USB pass-through charging over headphone monitoring. If they could do both, that'd be better. But oh well. There's one thing that bothers me about this setup is I can't hear what you guys hear. Like I can't monitor my audio. I don't know if there's distracting audio in the background. I'm using my preview, which can throw me off, but it's off by about like 2 seconds. Distracting audio in the background. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. About 10 seconds. 10 seconds is, oh wow, okay. There is always a bit of a lag between from my phone to my home computer, middleman service, and then a bit of a lag from there to the service I'm using, whether it's YouTube or Twitch. Yes. All right. So I have an idea. I've actually uploaded my latest video. It's super short, but I haven't made it live yet. I was thinking we could watch it, and then, well, I'm not going to change it. You guys will get a sneak peek of it early. So it's still in draft mode. I haven't created a thumbnail for it. That's about it. But I'll make it live at some point. I need to watch it again. Maybe I missed a typo or whatever. But I was thinking we could do that. We could watch this video. Let's see. Now let me try, and I need to restart my screen share. But screen share is enabled. Go back to here. And then we're going to change our deck. Is that working? Okay, all right. I'm going to mute my audio because this overpowers the video that's playing. It's only short, it's only about 2 minutes long. Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to display the time and date with OBS and Streamer.bot, just like in this example. I'm also going to assume you've seen my other videos so you have the same settings that I do. If not, I think you'll be okay to follow along, otherwise you can check them out after watching this video in full. Okay, if you have a look at my OBS for the starting soon scene, you'll notice I've added a source with some dummy text. We'll replace it with some code from Streamer.bot to show today's date using this format of month, date and year. I've also added a text source in this other scene to show today's time and date, and this other text source which we'll cover in a future video. For now, let's jump over to Streamer.bot, then the Actions tab along the top, where you'll notice there's a new group of actions called Overlays. Let's take a look at this action for the date and the sub-action, which is some code. Basically, when you run this action, it'll get today's date in the format from earlier, then replace the dummy text on the starting soon scene with the new date info. You can then run this action from the starting soon scene or from any of the actions we set up in the previous videos, like get current scene. We can take this further by showing the current time and date that's updated every minute. If we jump over to the settings tab along the top in timed actions, you'll notice I've added a new timer. You can do this with the right click then add. This is where you can give a new timed action a name, whether it's enabled, if it repeats, the interval period between repeats and more. I'm going to cancel, then open the existing timer. You'll notice this one is enabled and repeats every 60 seconds. This will make sense in a minute. Let's go back to the Actions tab and the action to show the time, where you'll notice I've added a trigger, which is the timed action from before. Basically, while the timer is enabled, this action is triggered every 60 seconds until the timer is disabled. In other words, the time and date is updated every minute. You'll find this trigger from the right-click menu, Core Timed Actions. Let's have a look at the sub-action code, which is almost the same as the other one, except this line where the date is changed to include the time, whether it's AM or PM, and a shortened version of the month and year. The time and date part of the code is from the C# programming language. If you Google C# format date, you'll find lots of different ways to show the time and date, and lots of other code that you can add into Streamer.bot, like in this example showing the current temperature. But we'll save that for the next video because it branches into the world of Streamer.bot extensions and APIs. So please make sure you like and subscribe to see that one and more. Also, quick thanks to these fine folks for supporting the channel. Okay. What did you think? That is our video. That's our next video. Need to run for some shelter. I think it might rain any minute now. I am not prepared. I am not dressed for rain. Okay. So I'll get up. How's our phone doing? I don't think it's charged at all. I had both phones plugged in, so maybe I was prioritizing the other phone. Okay, alright, cool. Yeah, so if you caught that video, it is about showing the time and date in OBS with Streamer.bot. So it's a combination of those two things. And it's using C# code or executable code. That was the first part of it was just to show the date, like what I have right at the beginning of my live streams. So if you just needed that and one time, then I had that info there for you. But if you want to show the time, where it's updating every minute or whatever, then you would use a timer. Timers are really powerful. They let you do that. So basically my code, it runs every minute and then updates the time. So that's the way that I do it with Streamer.bot. Now you can, of course, outsource it in a way, so that you have an external service as a browser source that shows the time for you. But otherwise, you can do it this way. Right, that I've shown you in that video. But yeah, that was a demonstration of C# code and timers, updating text. So there's actually quite a few things in that one video, that new video. I've also cut out things that I've already talked about. Okay, batteries all away, packed up. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's only 2 minutes, but I could have made it like 8 minutes long if I covered everything, like how to set up OBS, how to add a text field or GDI text to the thing. So if I showed every single step, I could have made it a long video, but I figured if you've seen the other videos, you already know how to do those things. So I just, you know, cut to, how should we say, the meat and potatoes. I'm also curious about length of time. So what's a good length of a video? If someone sees a 2-minute video, like, ooh, nah, that can't be right. So does the length of video make you go, ooh, hey, that's too short, there's no way you can cover that in 2 minutes? Or, you know, should I make it that arbitrarily 8-minute long video kind of thing? I don't know. But yes, that is the latest video. That will be made public either today or tomorrow. I just need a thumbnail, that's it. I've done everything else. So remember, please do like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, if you'd like to become a member. I've got one membership tier on my YouTube, and it's $1, $1 New Zealand dollar every month. I'm thinking of removing that one. Alright, that preview's throwing me off. That's a problem with the preview, eh? It's good to check your audio, but it can also throw you off, especially with the delay. Okay. Well, today is a pretty cruisy one. I think if we do that extra stream in the weekend, then it could be longer. There's something to do for that one. So yeah, make sure you are following, subscribed for that. Otherwise, we've got an unboxing stream coming up. I just need the full kit to be everything to be there. So I've only got like one part of 2 at the moment. So I've held off on unboxing the first one until we got part 2. And then when we got part 2, then we'll have an unboxing stream. So that's coming up in the next 2, maybe 3 weeks. Stay tuned, stay tuned. Yeah, something pretty cool to share with you guys. Stay tuned. I've been teasing you for a little while. I said, yeah, we'll just see if this thing comes together, and we're almost there on that. Alright, so we're just going to walk around a little bit, pop you on POV mode. I think I might pop the music on too while we're at it. Ooh. My head's gonna go flying. Okay. Whew. It is chilly. I wonder if the audio will be okay if I zip this up. How's the audio? Transmitter's under here now. I think it might be blocked. Bit muffled. Okay. Okay, ultra wide. Pop the music back on. Let the wind blow right at us now. So how's our windshield and our top handling the wind. Oh yeah, by the way, it was discussed in a previous stream that actually I'll just pop you on the selfie. Okay. Oh yeah, we'd do a zoo visit. So I'm going to wait until we've raised enough, and our well, next Twitch payout should cover it. So basically the stream has to fund itself. So once I've got our next Twitch payout, we'll go to the zoo. It's about $26, and a payout is roughly, well, it would cover that. Yeah, big murmur of people. Must be something happening over here. And shed tent. So stay tuned, zoo visit once we've got our next Twitch payout. Our channel doesn't exactly roll in the bits and subs and stuff. If you want to subscribe, that'd be great, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, yeah, just by watching those ads, they help towards everything. So it could take another couple months for us to have enough, but we'll go. Yeah, they'll cover entrance, and we'll no doubt need to get a coffee, maybe a bite to eat. So we'll go towards that. Then I plan on doing a trip to Hamilton Gardens at some point. I might have to catch the bus for that. It's actually not that much, but it's just the drive, take forever. I have to not miss my bus back, otherwise that would be not good. That would be bad. But yeah, I want to do that maybe once we're in proper summer weather, whereas at the moment the weather has been fine, but it has rained here and there, so it's a bit scattered in the showers and stuff. I think we can lose the hoodie now. So those are two things I plan on doing. Future content, and then of course whenever we have other events. Wait a minute, is our music still playing? I think it is. Right, cool. Oh yeah, when there's a local event we'll go to those. So I'll keep an eye out for what's happening. Around this time of the year should be quite a bit, you know, with the holidays, and could do a trip to Halsey, not Halsey, It's a famous street in Auckland where they have lots of Christmas lights and things. So they've been closed for us. Franklin Road. So we can go there, see what else is on. Yeah, stay tuned. Unboxing stream coming up. So tests of the equipment we'll be using during, for that unboxing. So yeah, lots of plans. I should check this out. I think it's a new thing for Auckland, for the city. Got this giant Christmas tree. You see it? Yeah, it's right in the middle of Commercial Bay. There's a Bitrate train station on the left, and then the shopping centre on the right. Get your food and whatnot. And then there's this giant Christmas tree right in the middle. Got a fence around it. So I'm hoping they'll remove the fence so that you can sit down, or they have seats and stuff like nearby. Last couple of years they've had like a kind of stage area in this space where they'd have performers, so maybe they'll do something still. But yeah, this is nice. I like that. Kind of need something like this for the city. And maybe like the biggest Christmas tree in Auckland. I know they have some big ones at the shopping centres. That's probably the biggest. Okay, I think we'll wrap up there, folks. It's been a good stream today. We, talked about new microphones. Had a couple of folks pop into chat, so I appreciate you guys for doing that. Let's see. So we're just going to wrap up there. I'll just tap on the button. Thanks again everyone for popping in. Hope you have a great weekend. Remember, I might have a stream this weekend, a bonus stream for an event that's happening over the weekend unless it gets cancelled. So just make sure you have the notifications turned on so I'll be notified of that extra stream we'll be doing. Otherwise, I'll stream my usual days, which is Fridays, from 2 or 3 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time, like today's. So yeah, here's our top photo with a score of 0. You can vote on photos 1 to 5, just the number, and then that'll go towards the top photos. So we need the 2 photos today. Sweet as. Yeah. Oh, I think that's it for today. Hope you have a good one. Great weekend. Oh, thank you, Loud Man. Appreciate you. There he is. DJ Reminisce. My bro. Welcome to the stream. Fortunately, we're wrapping up. So I want to say thank you guys. Popping in there last minute, saying hello. Hope you have a good one. Take care. Have a great weekend. Great couple of weeks leading up to Christmas. Let's welcome out.